Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a while since I posted a video. Main reason why is because my propane tank ran out after that whole Make a Saber with Me series, and for a while I just didn't have the time to fill it up or any real money. But I've done a few things so I can get it up and running. I also got a few more things for later videos, which I'm pretty excited about. I mean, this isn't really going to affect much of anything, but I got this yesterday. Hand drill. Just WD-40'd it. Made it a lot nicer. Spinning pretty sweet. Um, I also got a bunch, and I mean a bunch of A2 steel from a friend of my dad's who is also a blacksmith. I got this stuff for like 50 bucks. I got like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 pieces, all varying in size, but most of them are about this size. Only like this is the tiniest one. I don't know what I'm gonna really do with it. I was wondering if I should like make an axe head with it, but obviously I'm not gonna really do much of anything with it for a while until I've got myself up in a higher skill level, I would say. It's also pretty heavy. I also got myself a big bucket of sand here for annealing. This will be for where is it? It's over here. What kind of metal is this? Oh yeah, 1095. So I also got this a while back after the video, but I got a bunch of 1095 carbon steel. I'm gonna make sure I anneal this. I'm probably gonna do this off camera. That's what the sand is for. I'm gonna be messing around with that. That is also something I'm pretty excited about. But today what we're gonna be messing around with is this pickaxe head I got at an Amish scrap shop while recycling my aluminum cans. I saw the Outdoor Boys video. What he did with this kind of pickaxe head, he made an axe. I'm thinking of doing it one-sided instead of two-sided. I'm gonna make sure it's on this side because I want to keep the spike side. I want it to look pretty sweet if I do that. I get that the thicker side is a lot shorter, but honestly, I don't really care. I'm probably either gonna bend it a little bit and then try and draw it out, or I'm just gonna like try and draw it out downwards. We're gonna see. I'm probably gonna bend it. Maybe do kind of both. I'm not entirely certain. I've never made an axe head before. I've just done a bunch of knives and whatnot. But we're gonna mess around with this. Um. Recently we also got a welder. That can do MIG, TIG, ARC, but we have it set up with TIG, and I've been learning a little bit on that, and I have found out I suck at it. But I'll figure it out eventually, and then we might be able to do something with the so I've been figuring out the whole welding process. I suck at it right now. We're gonna learn, but we are. I'm gonna mess around with some files that I've also got. I got 3 files, and I also have the 1095 steel, which I have no idea how to do a Damascus. But once when I actually learn how to weld properly, I think I might give it a go. It may fail horribly, but I've got some metal to spare. It's worth experimenting with. I'm gonna cut up about 2 of the 3 files that I've got, and maybe 1 or 2 pieces of the 1095 steel, and see how nice that might come out. But you're never certain about these kind of things. That's why you experiment. It could come up horribly wrong, but who cares? It's it's fun. I want to get this out of here. Oh yeah, as you can see with the walls, we've recently insulated it. Let's open this sucker. If it'll work. Good lord. All right, come on. There we go. All right. I'm thinking I'll just bend the piece that I intend to be the axe head or axe sharpened part, and it might come out a disaster. Who really cares? Let this bad boy heat up. I'm probably not going to be using any tongs whatsoever for this. Something that I think would be really nice and would make my setup a lot nicer would be if I didn't have my anvil on the table. I would love to have it on something separate and maybe a little bit lower. That way I have like a little bit better range, hitting my hammer strikes a little bit better. And I'm not constantly shaking this table. Like things tend to get in the way, but I haven't found anything that I could set the anvil on and just have the forge completely separate from it. Because sometimes when I'm hammering away, something will fall off, or something will be moved out of the direction that I don't want it to be in. It's a whole nightmare. Boy, gonna have to shimmy that in a bit more. I'm probably not gonna bother taking out the wooden piece of the handle. Just let it get cooked up. I don't know. I've got a lot of projects in store that I plan on doing. I think I'm just gonna knock the whole thing out. Be nice. Find some. Maybe this. This is kind of a dangerous position to have it in, but well, I had it move a little bit. That ought to work. Give the forge a bit of time to heat up. Something chipped off, flew in my face. I understand exactly how these heads work with the wood. You're supposed to slide it on like that. I was just trying to move it up so I could get a little bit of an easier job on this kit. and this is going nowhere. Okay, well that seemed to work a little bit better than what I was doing. Swinging it. Sweet. A lot of chips in here. So much rust. I didn't expect it to be so hot that it'd be doing this. Fucking hell. Useless piece of shit. Fuck. Sorry for the readjustment, everybody. I got a pretty trashy ring light. It's like really short, and I set it up on my dog food bed. It'll fall at random times. It's really unstable. I wish I had a better one, but I have nothing else to use. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of cuts within the footage here. I've just had a lot of technical difficulties, mostly with my ring light. But I turned off the forge just because I think it's probably best that I should try and clean out the inside of this thing. It's a nightmare. How well can you see that? Well, there's just a lot of flakes in here of rust. It's probably best that I remove that before much else happens. Alright, so now after a decent mess and a bit of time, I managed to clear off some of the rust on the part that I'm going to be hammering on. I haven't touched the spike end just because it was going to take a whole lot longer. I tried to do the best I could on the inside, but I have no steel brush drill bits that would really get the gunk out from in there. So we're just going to go right into it and hope for the best, you know? kind of have to scrape away at some of the rust. I've got a bit of duct tape before you over here, and my anvil's been a little bit rusty since I haven't touched it. Wow, nasty. I'm gonna have to touch it up later to do something else. We'll see if any of the gunk in the middle is mostly wood. I hope. I'm not entirely certain because it could just be rust flakes, something like that. While we wait for the forge to heat up, I hope it gets away some of this stuff. Nah, I can't honestly tell. It, it looks like it could be, but it's probably mostly wood, the way it's burning. We're going to increase the pressure. To get a better heat, I think I'm going to move the forge just a little bit more this way. That way I can set up some bricks to keep the heat going this way. My hand's getting burned. That works. Spicy. It's not going to contain most of the heat, but it'll contain some of it. That way I get a bit of a better heat. Working on it. Oh my goodness. Cool. This is going to be a lot tougher than I think. I might have to cut into it a little bit to make the bend easier, or I might end up doing the other side. Because the other side, it maintains a bit of a better thickness all throughout. And this is going a lot differently than I expected, but things tend to do that. I think I might just heat it up again, and I'll try to bend it through hot through the vise. I'll crush it down, and I'll try to bend it the best I can with some leverage. We're gonna see how well it goes at red hot. Okay, it's burning through the glove. Shit. Oof. Hot, 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 hot. That's going nowhere. I need to get it hotter if I want to bend it that way. If I can't make any progress on this pickaxe at all in this video, I think if anything, I might just go on to a different piece of wood. I'm going to decrease the pressure. That's better. I mean, that's hotter than before. If only I could move this thing a bit faster. Seriously hot. Holy cow. Um, okay, it's not going to get done this way. Not at all. I think I'll accept that. I'm not going to get any progress on that pickaxe in this video. I think I'm just going to set it down for now, but relax. Though we didn't get any progress with the pickaxe yet, we still got a file to mess around with. So, why not? See how it goes. Let's see if we can find ourselves a set of pliers that'll work better for this. No, I only got the 3, so this is the best one out. Kind of sucks. Alright. Boom. File. See how it works. Try this one. been a minute since I've done anything here. At least it's not like some pathetic metal. It's moving a lot better than I would expect, and I'm glad it's not like folding over itself like crazy. It's thick enough to at least take that. Try and straighten it out. Gets a bit hot in here. Glad I got water. Oh. So I dropped it there. Right. Well, it's coming into a little bit of a shape. That's pretty sweet. Nice thing is, my dad's birthday is coming up here soon, so I'll have him a birthday present to give him. A knife made out of a file. You know what's crazy? Out of all the years that Skyrim has been out, I have never played it until about a couple weeks ago. My little brother got it on the PlayStation. We got the remastered edition, not the anniversary one, and started it up. It's so much fun. I look forward to playing it every day after school and all that stuff. Which honestly, not a lot of video games have had me feeling that way for a while. That's how you know it's a good game. I hate having to like switch this thing around like that. A mistake I noticed that I made on the quote unquote saber that I made was that I drew out the metal way too thin. That would explain why when I was trying to put an edge on it, I ended up burning out some of the carbon and had to like re-grind the whole thing. That would explain so much. So I'm trying to learn from that and try to apply it on this file. I'm trying to get this to not be so thin but thin enough that I can put an edge on it and expect it to be maintained. That would also explain why it was like a little bit crooked, and I struggled trying to keep it not crooked. You know, I wish it was raining outside so I could just walk out there and just get a nice full shower. It's been a lot nicer out recently, but the past few days there's been some snow flurries coming down in this weather, which kind of sucks because it's. I just want it to be nice outside. I want to be able to walk outside and sit there, not have to be too cold or too hot, just right. Play with my dog a little. That would be pretty sweet. I think I might have a little bit of an idea of what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to take that, gonna get it all forged out. I'm not entirely certain how it's gonna look, but I'm gonna. I saved this little railroad spike head. I cut it off of a piece of railroad spike that I decided to do a twist with. I don't know where it is. It's in one of these drawers. I'm not gonna bother to show you guys, but I'm gonna try and flatten this out a little bit because of this little cut spot. You can see that. Yeah, we don't want that there. I want that nice and flattened. I'll cut it out, and then maybe make it for the guard. That looked pretty cool. At least I think it looked pretty cool. There we go. Well, at first I was trying to like pinch this, bring this side a little bit more over here. That way I have a little bit more of a clear shape of a knife design. But it's kind of looks like a little bit of a nightmare on this side for me. Oh well, I mean, if it started, might as well finish it, and I'm sure it's gonna look a lot better by the time I'm done with it. I'm not certain what I'm gonna make this to be. Probably just a long knife, dagger, something. Make it worthy of slashing. I figured out my edge geometry, which makes a lot more sense to me because the various knives that I have made, I decided to make their edges on them wrong. And once when I figured out the edge geometry, I haven't applied it to anything that I've built on this. But with my other things, I would just I would grind it, just straight up grind it, and I would try and keep into it the pinch off, but I didn't realize you're supposed to do that and then angle it a little bit more and then grind it to a point that it's like, instead of looking like it's just continuously getting pinched that way, it's supposed to look a little bit more like going up and then an abrupt slice off kind of. I suck at explaining it. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of struggling to put it into words. I'm sure you'll find a video explaining like edge geometry, but because I'm not one to like explain these type of things. I got a nifty little bend going into it, a curve. It's gonna look pretty sweet. It looks like trash right now, but it'll look sweet later. Well, I think it's best I just, shut things off for today. I don't want to bother my neighbors too much because I got the garage door open. It's nice enough to have that out. My whole right arm is hella red. It's a lot more red looking to me, but that's kind of because I have this side facing towards the forge. It's been a while since I've done some of this. I might be a little bit rusty with the hammer. Gosh, a dream would to be having I dream to have a power hammer. That would make my life so much easier. And then I'd be able to make a Damascus once when I figure out how to weld. But jeez. It was great making another video, you guys. And I'll see you next time. Probably do the same thing, work on that piece. I don't believe I'll make it like a crazy series like I did with the Make a Saber. I think I'll do a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. But hey, it was great for you guys. I'm glad you guys watched. Like, subscribe, put it on notifications, share with your friends, of course. Put a comment down there telling me, if I should fix my form on something or if I should do something else. I do find those comments pretty helpful. Um, they've definitely taught me a thing or two on some of the previous videos. But thank you guys again for watching, and I can't wait to do another video. Goodbye.